done it yet. Oh my God, you guys, I'm really nervous. This is my first time as well. I'd like to start off by saying that I find it very interesting that we're talking about forces of nature, and a lot of these stories have been about our parents. So thank you to the people who've told the stories about parents who have passed. If you have parents still, call them and tell them that you love them, because it's very important. And thank you for sharing your stories. I am down one parent, but I'm going to talk about the parent that I do have, and I would like everybody to close their eyes and travel back in time with me to March of 1993. It's very fucking cold, very cold. Mother Nature decided to dump about 21.5 inches of ice and snow in the Philadelphia region, and I grew up in Trenton, New Jersey. Where are my Jersey people at? We are obnoxious when we do that. We love New Jersey. So it is the blizzard of 1993. I am in 3rd grade. Half of me is Italian, and the other half of me is Irish. And I am Catholic on all sides. So one half of the house couldn't shut the fuck up, and the other half of the house sat there silently and with holding lots of content inside. And we are stuck in our house for 8 long days. Half of me is Irish, and the other half of me is Italian, and I'm Catholic on all sides, and we're stuck in a house for 8 days. It was awful. We lost power. It like kind of flickered on and off, but nothing like too dramatic, just the Italian and Irish and the Catholic. Anyway, so it was the first day that we were able to leave the house. 6ABC had deemed it safe to travel the roads, and my mom and I were like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We can't do this anymore. So we hop in her teal Mazda Protege, which had a sunroof. Which when my mom told me when she bought it when I was in 3rd grade, what kind of car do you want to drive when you're 17? I said, I want the teal Mazda Protege, and I actually had to drive that when I was 17 years old. I hate my 3rd grade self for that. Anyway, so we get in the car, we get out of the city, and we are going to go into Hamilton, which is suburban. And we are going to go, and we're going to look at all the beautiful winter scenery because we've just been cooped up in a house for 8 days. So we're driving, and it's beautiful. Honestly, like, when you try and think back to a time in your life, and it's very vivid, this is one of those moments because the trees are beautiful, the ice is hanging ever so delicately off of the pine. There's snow everywhere. Not a lot of people are out because we had just been deemed okay to leave the house. And we're driving, and we drive to Mercer County Park, which is in Hamilton, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous park. Lots of scenery to look at, and so my mom thought that would be the best place to go and take a look at winter scenery and get out of the house. So we're driving, and all of a sudden my mom goes, oh my God, did you feel that? And I was like, no, what? She's like, we just drove over ice. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I don't remember it. And I was like, Mom, how do I know if we're gonna drive over ice? She's like, well, it's a little bit shiny, the sun was out. And she was like, and I was like, cool, let's look for ice to drive over. Now as an adult, I have a panic attack every time I have to drive in any kind of weather. But 3rd grade me was like all about it. So we're driving along, everything's really pretty, and we're looking, and I look in the distance, and I was like, oh, Mom, there's this parking lot. And I was like, go over there, I think that's ice over there. And my mom was like, yeah, that's ice. I was like, cool, I can't wait to drive on ice. So we're driving, and the car is like doing like the slip and slide thing, and I'm having the best time of my life. And then all of a sudden, the car comes to a complete stop, and we hear. My mom is dead. My mom is a woman of many words. And at this moment, this is the quietest I have ever heard my mother. And immediately, 8-year-old me knew something was wrong. And so I was like, cool. So what now? And my mom is like this. And I'm like, hey, Mom, what's going on? She's like, nothing. Everything's fine. And so she opens her car door to get out. And as she opens her car door, water starts to spill into the car. I'm 8 years old, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, this is weird. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? She's like, Brandon, I think we have a problem. And I'm like, okay, what kind of problem? She's like, I don't know, but we need to find people. We need to find people. cool, because we've all been stuck in our house for the past 8 days. Let's find people in the middle of nowhere. So, being the good Catholic boy that I was being the key word, when you have to find something, any Catholics or recovering Catholics here? What? Yeah! So I'm 8 years old and I'm like, St. Anthony, come around. Something's lost, it must be found. For the next 10 minutes, and my mother wants to murder me. And I don't understand why she wants to murder me yet, right? So, we're sitting in the car door is closed, and I'm still screaming. She's like, Brandon, can you please be quiet for just a couple minutes so I can compose myself? And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And my mom was like, Brandon, I think that we're in emergency. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are we gonna be on Rescue 911 right now? She's like, that's not how television works. And I was like, I don't care, but are we gonna be on Rescue 911 right now? No, we're not. So we're sitting there, and in the distance, I was like, Mom, let me preface this with, there's lots of woods around us. And I see like movement in the distance, and I was like, Mom, are those bears over there? And she's like, shut up. That's the first time my mom ever told me to shut up, which I'm surprised. And all of a sudden, 2 people come out from the woods. 2 people, the thing that we needed to find, came, not crawling, walking out of the woods. And so it's like, Mom, look, there's people. And she looks down, she's like, hey, can you help us? And they're like, what the hell are you doing there? And she's like, what do you mean? Ma'am, you are in the middle of Mercer County Lake. For those of you who don't understand where I'm talking about, Mercer County Lake is giant. Giant. It was at that moment that those 2 people that happened to walk out of the woods also happened to own a tow truck. And we got pulled out of Mercer County Lake at the end of the blizzard of 1993. Thank you very much.